In the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow. There's a wall right. And what's that? And what's the ball?
They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check. Crunch. Hey, yellow, go gun.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Here we go. 50, yellow. Here we go. Check, 53's mine. I got it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Go. 58, come on. Cut.
Darnold now to throw. Herndon's got it complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Under 10. Under 280. Hey, check 24. Pilot, 64, weak.
Here's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Throwing again is Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now it's Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the Chiefs' 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll give this to Bell running right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Charlie.
On 1st and 10, Darnold is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Jet bomber.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And for Darnold, this may be a free play. And he's going to go down. But a penalty flag down as well. And if this is offsides, it's going to be a 1st. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A screen to Bell. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Here we go, son.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Situation, let's go. 36, 36.
Check.
Now Bell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Check the backer.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Forced out to, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points, so some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
This one fielded at the 5. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barber. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
On the tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Check 50, check 50.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Orville.
Come on, QB, come on. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
To throw is Darnold. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On 2nd down now. It's Bell, and he'll be taken down at the 34. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one to the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
53, Mike. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Watch 54, watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd down, Barber. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Terrell Basham, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He's going to field this at the 4. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Darnold. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Philip Dorsett. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's caught by Roberts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Yellow.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on now, let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going out here around the NFL. They'll run with Thompson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the 4th quarter, but 2nd quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster, try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 13-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike, 58, right there. I'm here all day. Lady. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Hey, exit.
58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike. We don't want this. Hey, 80. 58 to Mike.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Alpha. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Hey, 58 is to Mike. Go 58 to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
1st down, Jets.
Mike, 44. Here we go.
On 1st down, Bell. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Philip Dorsett with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Chiefs 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Terrell Basham in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
It's now 3rd down.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And The Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
58 to Mike. Man 80.
Topper.
Check safety. Man 80.
Darnold now to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Darnold. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. All day.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 11-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kicked.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Mike 54. You gonna see me?
Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Bravo.
He likes to sneak out late. Watch 82. Slip. Man, 80.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at 1st and goal. Now it's Darnold. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try the right side with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. And Darnold just beating the play clock. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Not that time for Watkins.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with. So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
It's going to be a long day. 44, Mike, 44. What we got?
2nd down and 10, Darnold. Dorsett making the catch. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
Go 80. Something like that.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it's caught by Herndon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets them 15 yards. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now Bell. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Bell. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is Bell. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Go, go, go. No, no, no.
Hey, echo.
58, boy, 58.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
12 yards on the return that time, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that
rush coming, and he's taken down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes, and he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Terrell Basham, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Jets on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Once again, it's Barber. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a 5-yard game, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Mahomes to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the Chiefs' 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
43! 43!
They'll stay on the ground with Barber. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is taken at the 10. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They have gone to the fourth quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now Bell stepped up behind the line as he's going to wind up losing a couple here. A loss of 2 there, second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
And it's 3rd down.
We're outside. 58 to Mike. I'm coming. Red 80.
Here's Bell. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd medium winds up being a good one.
First down, Jets.
Time. Hey, 4 down.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do